How you doing, class? My name is Jose. Today my report is going to be on credit report and credit score. Your credit report is a detailed history of your credit. It includes your payment history, the age of the accounts, the status on the accounts, and they're recorded primarily by three major credit bureaus in the United States, which are Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. There was a company that provides a summarized credit report, which is including your credit score, and that's called FICO. So your FICO score, it's a summary of your full credit report, and it ranges from 300 to 850. The higher the score, lower the interest. Besides home loans, car loans, and credit cards, which most of you already know, your credit score is also used for affordable insurance, finding an apartment, even a cell phone plan. Getting your credit score used to be difficult and expensive. Nowadays, there's multiple free apps, Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, Wallet Hub. I'll include a link in the bio below. Those you can get for free, although for those applications it only shows you for one or two credit bureaus, and to get an overall sense of your score you need all three. There are premium companies that do supply you with the three credit report scores. There's Privacy Guard, MyFICO. You can also get them by signing up from the three credit bureaus, from Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian. They also provide premium services to view all three of your scores for less than like $50 a month. So your credit score is broken up into 5 parts. The first and the largest segment would be payment history. It makes up 35% of your score. Since this is the largest portion, it's recommended to always have auto pay for all of your bills in order to not have any late or missed payments. The part 2 would be your credit utilization, which makes up 30% of your score. And to avoid damaging this, it is recommended that you stay below a 30% usage, meaning, let's say you have a $300 credit card. You should only carry a balance of $90. If you do make a purchase larger than that, make sure to pay it off before your due date, because that will decrease your credit score. The part 3 of the score would be the length of credit. So, it's wise not to close your oldest account unless you absolutely have to, because the history that you accumulated with that account would also be erased. Part 4 would be your recent inquiries. So each time you apply for a credit card, a loan, things like that, that is counted as an inquiry. So inquiries stay in your credit report for a total number of 2 years. So 2 years from the day that you applied, it would be removed from your credit report. Also, the inquiries stop damaging your credit after about 12 months. So it's always wise to not apply for many things unless you absolutely have to, because that will decrease your credit score. The fifth and last part would be types of credit used, meaning home loans, mortgages, car loans, things like that. That would be a mix of different credit applications that can benefit your score. And let's get down to how to build credit history. There's only one real way to build credit history, is to use credit. So you will need to apply for some type of loan, some type of application that would require a creditor to lend you money. So that's the one way to get started on it. The best way, if you don't have credit history and things like that, you've never had credit, would be to apply for a secured credit card. A secured credit card, basically, it's a card that you put down on deposit. That deposit then becomes your limit. So if you deposit $500, you will have a $500 credit limit. The reason why many people get approved for these is because in order for you to apply, you need to leave a deposit. That deposit will be used as collateral if you default on your payments. So it's a way for the company to stay secure, not lose out on any money. Those cards still get reported to the credit bureaus, so you still need to be mindful of your utilization, your payments, your history. Make sure if you open a secured account that you plan on maintaining that account open, because if you close it, it will delete all the history that you've accumulated through that account. Another thing for my audience, for the majority of my audience, would be and on the last note, for the majority of my audience, which are students, the best cards to apply for would be a student card. They're exclusively for college students, starting out, not having any income. These are the best type of cards that would leave you to better approval ratings, because you don't want to apply for things that you don't qualify for, or else that would be a wasted inquiry on your account. So there's many things to keep in mind in regards to this. Also, your credit monitoring. As I mentioned before, you can sign up for premium services, through Privacy Guard, through Equifax, TransUnion, all these different type of companies to monitor your credit report and your credit score. It's good to monitor your credit report at least once a year for inaccuracies. There tends to be a lot of inaccuracies reported to the credit bureaus, and the best way for you to stay on top of it is to take a look at it at least once a year. Make sure that everything is up to date, everything that is on it, you've applied for it. If not, you make sure to contact the credit bureaus so they can get that fixed and removed. Lastly, through those credit premium services, for example in Privacy Guard, My FICO, and things like that, it lets you view your score and report on a monthly basis. So if you do have negative things in your account that you're constantly keeping an eye for to see if they've been removed, to see if the status of them have been changed, you can definitely keep an eye on it month to month. It will cost you, but it would be less than $50, and that price is minuscule to the amount of money that you would have access to with a great credit score. So that's my whole intro to credit report and credit score. Hopefully you guys found this useful. If you have any questions, just send me a comment down below.